Hello kids, how are you? I hope you all are good. So today we'll start with a new chapter, chapter 1, computer and its languages. So far you know about computer that it is an electronic machine which works on the instructions given by software and hardware. In this chapter we'll see on which languages computer work and their organizations, that is organization of the components of computer. So let's begin with what is a computer? Applications of a computer, organization of computer components, computer languages and their evolution. Let's just start the chapter.
Do you know what is a language? Language helps us to communicate. What is a computer? A computer is a machine or device that performs calculations and operations based on instructions provided by a software or hardware. It is designed to execute applications and provide a variety of solutions by combining integrated hardware and software components. A computer may be either digital, analog or hybrid, although most of the operations today are digital. Digital computers express variables as numbers, usually in the binary system. They are used for general purposes, whereas analog computers are built for specific tasks, typically scientific or technical. Applications of a computer. Computers are used at home to play games, listen to music, store addresses and telephone numbers, book movie tickets, and many other things. Computers are used to create advertisements and animated films. Computers are used in libraries, research and space centers, hospitals, airlines, railway reservation, offices, and many other places for commercial purposes. Computers are used in offices to maintain employees' records and to communicate important information through emails. Computers are used in schools to prepare lessons and results of students, teach different subjects, and provide information to make projects. Organization of computer components. A computer consists of the 5 functionally independent main parts: input units, memory units, arithmetic logic unit, output unit, and control unit. The input unit accepts the instructions or data given to the computer by the user. This is either stored in the memory or immediately used by the processor to perform the desired operation. Finally, the results are sent to the user through output devices. All these operations are coordinated by the control unit. Computer languages and their evolution. Like human beings, computer also has its own mother tongue. It is called binary language. Binary language uses combination of zeros and ones to create instructions. Computer easily understands given instructions in binary language. But it is difficult for humans to remember instructions given in binary code. So, to overcome this problem, programming languages were developed. First generation language. The first generation programming language is also called low-level programming language because it was used to program the computer system at a very low level of abstraction, i.e., at the machine level. The machine language, also referred as the native language of the computer system, is the first generation programming language. In the machine language, a programmer only deals with a binary number. Advantages of first-generation language. It is translation-free and can be directly executed by the computers. The programs written in this language are executed very speedily and efficiently by the CPU of the computer system. The programs written in this language utilize the memory in an efficient manner because it is possible to keep track of each bit of data. Second-generation language. The second-generation programming generation language comprises assembly languages that use the concept of mnemonics for writing program. In the assembly language, symbolic names are used to represent the opcode and the operand part of the instruction. Advantages of second-generation language. It is easy to develop, understand, and modify the program developed in these languages compared to those developed in the first-generation programming language. The programs written in these languages are less prone to errors and therefore can be maintained with a great case. Third generation language. The third generation programming languages were designed to overcome the various limitations of the first and second generation programming languages. The languages of the third and later generations are considered as a high-level language because they enable the programmer to concentrate only on the logic of the programs without considering the internal architecture of the computer system. Advantages of third-generation language. It is easy to develop, learn and understand the program. The programs written in these languages are less prone to errors and they are easy to maintain. The programs written in these languages can be developed in very less time as compared to the first and second generation languages. Fortran, Algol, COBOL, C++, and C are the examples of third generation programming language. Fourth generation language. The languages of this generation were considered as very high-level programming languages required a lot of time and effort that affected the productivity of a programmer. The fourth generation programming languages were designed and developed to reduce the time, cost and effort needed to develop different types of software applications. Advantages of fourth generation language. These programming languages allow the efficient use of data by implementing the various databases. They require less time, cost and effort to develop different types of software applications. The programs developed in these languages are highly portable as compared to the programs developed in the languages of other generations. SQL, CSS, Cold Fusion are the examples of fourth generation language. 5th generation language. The programming languages of this generation mainly focus on constraint programming. The major fields in which the fifth generation programming languages are employed are artificial intelligence and artificial neural networks. Advantages of fifth generation language. These languages can be used to query the database in a fast and efficient manner. In this generation of language, the user can communicate with the computer system in a simple and an easy manner. Mercury, Prolog and OPS5 are the examples of fifth generation language. Some examples of high-level language are Fortran. Fortran was developed in the 1950s by IBM. It was intended for use in scientific and engineering-related applications. COBOL, Common Business-Oriented Language or COBOL language was primarily designed by Grace Hopper. It is used in business, finance and administration of government and companies. BASIC. BASIC is acronym for Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. It is easy to use programming language. It was introduced in 1963 by John George Kemeny and Thomas Eugene Coates. It is used by businessmen to develop their own custom application software. Pascal. This language was developed to help in teaching structured programming concepts to college students. Different versions of this language are still in use today, example, in educational and software development. It was published in 1970 by Nicholas Wirth. C. C was used in system software and developing portable application software. C is one of the most popular programming languages. C++ programming language is the extension to C. C was developed by Dennis Ritchie during 1969 to 1973. C++. C++ is one of the most commonly used programming languages. It is used in variety of hardware and programming platforms. It was developed by Bazane Strustrup in 1979.